The Bamboo Project Podcast starts in 3, 2.
Welcome to the Bamboo Project Podcast. My name is Donovan Gray, the future $10 billion man. On the way to 10 billion, I decided I'm going to help create 1,000 millionaires, including myself. And not by being a guru or selling a course, but by doing the things I already love to do every day and documenting the journey to get there. I figured I make all the mistakes so you don't have to. My name is Donovan Gray, and this is how I will turn my life into a living. I'd like to start off by giving a shout out to all the people rocking with us and supporting the channel. We really appreciate you. We are currently streaming on all major streaming platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor. You name it, we on it. And if we not on it, we about to be on it. For everyone listening to this podcast and not watching it, you can find us on YouTube at The Bamboo Project. We have over 400 videos on our channel. You want to learn real estate? We got that. You want cooking tutorials inspired by Dr.Sebi? We got that. Travel and lifestyle vlogs? Got it. You want makeup and hair growth tutorials? Got it. Basketball? Got it. Turo? Got it. It's everything us. All the parts of the journey that don't make it to YouTube will be on our story. You can find me on Instagram at Donovan Gray, DONIVANGRAY, and my phenomenal, beautiful, amazing girlfriend, Anita Burnett, Melissa Burnett, Anita Byrne, ANETABURN. The Bamboo Project is about turning your life into a living by making money off the things you already do every day. We made different playlists for all the things we are into, and you can find all of those links in the description box below. This may be your first time here, and if it is, welcome to the family. But for everyone else, this is chapter 2, page 103. Sheesh. This podcast has 4 different segments. We have the life update, episode playback, Donovan's questions, and the topic of the day. All video and audio timestamps will be in the description box below. Today's date is March 8th, and it is 3:18 p.m.
I'm wondering, should it be like chapter 2, page 51? Like, should you start over with each chapter?
No. What do you mean?
Because I guess. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like a book.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so before we get started with the podcast, you already know what's up. We start off with Screentime because you already know the deal. If I am not taking advantage of my phone, then my phone is taking advantage of me. So, and we cannot have that if I'm going to be a billionaire. I need to get a grip on my phone. That way I can utilize it only or mostly for whatever my goals are. So let's see what we have for last week. Okay, we've seen some progress here. Okay. All right, Donovan, check you out. All right, so it'll be last week or this week? I guess it will be last week. Not really sure how that works. Maybe it'll be better next week. So last week's average was 8 hours and 2 minutes I spent on my phone every single day. And that is from Sunday to Saturday of last week. My most used app was Google Maps, then YouTube, and then Instagram, and then number 4 with an honorable mention is Uno. Can't get enough of that Uno. I picked up my phone on average 90 times per day, which is not too bad. It's less than 100. I always feel like if I see the 100 there, that's too high. And my first used app after pickup was Instagram for 108 times. That should change. So, beautiful, phenomenal, amazing girlfriend. Oh, before I get to you, the day I spent the most on my phone was Wednesday for 9 hours and 25 minutes. So, all right. Yeah. What you got?
What was your average again?
My average for last week was 8 hours and 2 minutes.
Okay. Oh, that's lower.
Yeah. Lower than what? Like normal?
Yeah. You do like 10 hours.
Yeah. And honestly, so this week is 6 hours so far. So last week it was, But we getting there. We making some improvements.
So, my average for last week is 6 hours and 47 minutes.
Okay. Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me that? Why are you telling me? Nobody asked you.
My most used app was Instagram for 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Second most used app was Google Maps for 12 hours. And then third is my messages. Honorable
Mm-hmm. Right.
mention to the Kindle app, which I was on for 3 hours.
Mm.
I picked up my phone 124 times last week.
Per day?
Nah, that's my average.
So on average?
my average was 124 a day.
Mm-hmm.
My most pickups was Sunday at 173, and then my first used app after pickup is Instagram. It's because I've been working on my reels and I get notifications because people like it.
Oh, for the candles that you be selling?
For the candles, Ember candle.
Oh, right, facts. The next big thing over here. My eye's starting to act up. Okay. So let's see. This week I would say it wasn't as packed as last week. This was a lot of maintenance, I would say, probably. But there is something that I know you guys all want to hear. Okay, because this is like how we all got here in the first place. So about 3 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now, about 4 weeks, we got our eviction notice again. So I think it's crazy that we have been living here for 3 years and we have not paid rent for 3 years because of COVID, and the eviction had got stopped, and that's why we started wholesaling in the first place. We're like, we have to find a way to make money. We started wholesaling, trying to learn wholesaling, ended up buying a house, tried to get Airbnb in Atlanta, tried to get one in Philly. The house went over budget. We're trying to still save that to make the money we can that we were trying to make a year and a half ago, I guess at this point, or a year and some months ago. All of this stemmed from that. All of this stemmed from not getting evicted. That's literally where the YouTube channel started growing from that. We started meeting people. We buying the house came from us trying not to get evicted. I think it's kind of crazy now that you think about it. Like, yeah, that kind of is how we got into that.
Listen, they say that when you are pushed to a certain point, that's
you buy a house. That's when you buy a house. When you have to get evicted, you know what you should do? You should buy a house. That's how we looked at it. So yeah, like I say, if people who have been here, y'all seen all the craziness, with the multiple Airbnbs, the multiple wholesale deals, the Turo, the candles, the unemployment, the loans we almost got, the loans we didn't get, the loans that we defaulted on, the credit card approvals, and the random money that came. Shout out to my guy Tori, who sent us $25,000 from YouTube. So that's why it's like it all started from getting evicted. So we've been dodging that this whole time. But with anything that goes up must come down. So they sent us our 14-day notice. We owed them 3 months of rent because I guess New York or somehow somebody paid off the years that we haven't paid. We signed up for a program and they paid off the back rent. So shout out to them for that. So after that was paid, then it kind of reinstated our lease. So at that point we are supposed to keep paying, but as y'all know, we still struggling, so we didn't have the money to pay them for the rent. So they said, okay, it's been 3 months. Actually, technically it's been 4 months, and I think that's how they do. I think they go by 4 months because one of the months we owe like $30. So we got a 10-day notice originally. We got a 14-day notice or a 10-day notice first?
I think first is 10, then 14.
Because I feel like the one that we had to respond to was the 10-day one that said you have to fill a court date by 10 days. Because remember, we had to wait. I thought it was a week and 3 days. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. But we had got the letter that said you guys have to file your defense by this date. And we, Melissa and I were sitting around like, okay, what is the next plan? Like, how do we avoid this eviction? Because we are literally on the steps of getting to the next level. You already know chapter 3 is coming up. The week after next will be chapter 3 of our life. We don't really have a title for it yet or a name for it. So we're like, we just got to make it to that finish line. Like, we're like We think of, if you ever watch anime or any type of show like that where the person is like crawling to get to the end. If you think about it in Naruto, then my man's just like trying to kill Sasuke. He's like, listen, I'm gonna ever have to get there with my teeth. If all my bones are broken, my neck, my legs, my back, I'm gonna keep moving forward. That's where we at. Everything right now is like, they broke our fingers, they broke our hands. Like I said, we got the car note, we got the interest we got to pay for the loan on the house is like $2,000-$3,000 a month. We got the insurance for the car. We got credit card bills. We still got to get groceries. We got cats. We still have to figure out how to get this money for the renovation. Melissa selling candles. We got to come up with the money for that. So pretty much what I'm saying is we are doing everything we can to get to the next step, right? So we're like, okay, if we have a 10-day eviction notice, how do we get out of it? So we're going through all the paperwork, going through all the laws, and we're like, okay, we could at least get this pushed to like 2 months. And all we need right now is about 2 months, because the house should be finished by the end of this month. And, you know, I don't want to be, what's the word? Not the opposite of conservative.
Opposite of conservative? Risk. Like risky?
No, that conservative would be, well, no, not that one. Like, I don't want to think too highly. I don't want to think too positive. I think.
Oh, to like be too excited?
Yeah, I don't want to be too optimistic that the house will be done by the end of March. Like on March 31st, the house will be completed. I don't want to be that optimistic. It would be nice, but again, this is the Bamboo Project. So as much as we would like that to happen, our history has shown that things come up, which is fine. We have to deal with it. That's life. So we figured we can get the house pushed to that 2 month mark. And we did some numbers on the house. And I talked about this last week, where if people who don't know, when you get a hard money loan, you have to pay every month on the loan, right? I guess like any other loan. Now, it's possible you can have an interest only loan, which means that all the money you pay them does not pay down the actual money you borrow. So if you borrow $10,000 and you have an interest only loan, you're paying $1,000 a month. And at the end of that term, you still owe that $10,000. As opposed to what we have is this word gonna fuck me up. Amortized. I'm gonna start calling it that. We have an amortized loan, and our amortized loan means that if we have to pay $1,000 a month, after 5 months, we only would owe, let's say, $6,400, something like that. So we just found this out. So over the course of the time we got this loan, we actually only owe $141 instead of $167. So what that means is we're getting back an additional $26,000 once we sell the house or refinance it. We were not planning to get that. So the numbers that I saw, even going $50K over budget, having it last this long, if we sell it at the highest appraisal number that we got last year, which was $315, we would make $90,000, which is crazy. Is that after we pay everybody? That's crazy. So that's crazy. So that means that we would pay back Tori, pay back my mom, pay back Neffy.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because we right now we only owe $141,000, and we sell it for $315. So once that's all we got to pay off is that, because the extra money that we had to come up with to put towards the renovation that we figured out how to come up with, wherever it came from, that goes back to us. So whether it be the credit card, whether it be the payday loans, all that money comes to us instead of going back to them. So we would pocket $90K, and it's like, that would be crazy. That would be insane. Like, if we got $315, like, that would just be crazy. Wouldn't that be crazy, guys? If we had 90, after everything we went through, you look at our account, says $90K. I don't even know what I would do. What would we do if we had $90K in our account? What would be the first thing you would do?
Teeth fixed.
That's crazy. We talked about that one time on here, I think, too. What? Like, what we would do.
I think so. No, I don't think it was on a podcast. I think we just had a conversation.
Wow. Yeah, I was like, if we got $90K, what would be the first thing we would do?
I would get my teeth fixed. If y'all don't know, I have a hole in my tooth for about 3 years now.
That tooth gotta go.
I have not been able to eat on the right side of my mouth for 3 years.
It's just crazy. That's insane. That's really insane.
I don't know how the tooth is still here.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I electric alkaline food. I'm telling you, probably rehealed itself, and then you probably ate some more food, and then got another hole, and then it rehealed itself, and then. So, what would I do if I got $90,000? What would I do with it? What would be the first thing I do? What I get?
I'm doing a whole bunch of self-care stuff.
Who, you?
Yes.
Listen, if I got $90,000, I would pay Melissa. I would have a year coupon to get in your nails and your toenails and your feet done. That would be for 1 year. I'll come up with what is the price to get these things done for the whole year, and I would boom. Here's a coupon for that. I would take that money out the account, put it on the side, and just say, hey, every single week for the whole week, every week for the whole year, maybe every other week. Here's the money for that. That'll be the first thing I probably do. Then, I might just sit down. I don't even know.
You'll find a way.
I can find a way to spend it for sure. I'm just thinking like, what would be because $90,000 just to look at for the first time. We're gonna be billionaires, so it's good for now, but like, it's just
Honestly, yeah, I would have to pay people to edit these damn videos.
Oh my God, that's another thing too. So yeah, I didn't know we would move, but we would hire somebody to pay to edit these videos like a freelancer. We would move, and then we would launch the Bamboo Project the way it's supposed to be. Now, here's the funny thing about that, right? Because here's what some of y'all may or may not know. Even how the Bamboo Project got its name. It's in the video on the channel called What is the Bamboo Project? If we sell this house for $90K, right? The last 2 years that y'all saw of us, or 3 years that y'all saw of this, would be the roots of the Bamboo Project. So imagine if we made $90K on our first flip, but y'all did not see how we got there. That's where everybody else is on YouTube, pretty much. You see them like, okay, they became successful, but I don't really know how they got to that level. They just like rich and famous and successful, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I want us to show what it would be like to go from working at Starbucks, working as a bike messenger, to becoming rich, successful, traveling. I would definitely take care of my skin more for sure. And I would pay somebody to moisturize my hair every day. I would do that. I would definitely pay somebody to moisturize my hair all the time. I'm like, I need that regularly. So I'm like, I want to get my hair to be long again. But I didn't, taking care of it right now was a hassle. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. But let me get back on track to what I was talking about. So we are, like I said, we're trying to avoid the eviction thing, right? So we figured we have about 2 months. If we push it back, if we postpone it, if we pay like 1 month. So we was prepared to go to war over staying in this apartment, at least until the house is sold or refinanced. Now, we started going through the paperwork. We started looking things over. I'm like, okay, let's see how we're gonna go about this. So I called the people to figure out how, what's the next steps. I called like a lawyer, or the free lawyer they have for people who are getting evicted in New York. Called the county clerk's office or one of the people I called. So I talked to them. They transferred me to somebody else. So I finally got on the phone with somebody who would be in charge of our case. And I explained to him what's going on. He was like, okay, did you guys, file for it's called the ERAP. It's pretty much the back pay that we talked about earlier. He said, okay, were you guys not paying rent because of COVID? We're like, yeah. He was like, yeah, so you guys will not get a court date. We're like, what? He's like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, because he's filing ERAP, they cannot process your eviction. Did he give us a date for when they can process it? He just said,
I'll let you know when we can process.
Right. He said, I'll let you know when we can get to that. But, I can't give you a date. So according to the original paperwork, it's supposed to be at least 14 days that we get a date. He was just like, listen, bro, you're not getting a date. I can't even tell y'all when y'all gonna get a date. So we're like, damn, that's crazy, because on the paper, what it says is they cannot evict you for a year after the payment is given to them by the ERAP program. So essentially, depending on how we fit into that requirement, We would not have to pay rent for the next year again. But we do not want to be here. Like we are trying to leave this place. If honestly, I would pay if we made $90K, I would pay the back rent just so that when we move, we have a good standing on our credit and our rental history, because they might be like, damn, where you been living for the last 3 years? Y'all are 27 and I'll be 28. Y'all 28 and 24. So it's like y'all ain't have no place to live this whole time. So I think it'd be good if we go to Atlanta and say, yeah, we've been paying rent for 3 years. Well, we had our rent paid for 3 years. And boom, that's it. So that's something I really am like, okay, I would do that. I would pay. And honestly, we only owe like $5,000. We live in a studio, if y'all don't know that. And we are currently paying $1,730 a month for a studio in Queens, not even in Manhattan, in Queens. So that's kind of where we are with that. And like I said, I think that was another saving grace, and something Melissa and I talked about recently, right? I was talking to my guy Tori, and I think this is so funny. So I was explaining to him kind of the whole eviction thing and how we haven't paid for like 2 years. He was like, yo, y'all are some of the most luckiest people out there, and like y'all luck really be holding it down. And I just like, really? You think that's funny that you think that? Because if you ask somebody else, depending on when you ask them, they will say, yo, y'all are the most unluckiest people that has ever existed. Y'all done had the craziest stuff happen. Y'all signed a lease for Airbnb and it got canceled the next day. You telling me y'all bought a car on Ford Turo, and they crashed it? You telling me your first Turo trip got into an accident? So it's like, I think that's funny, because you look at one side, they're gonna say y'all mad lucky, another side is gonna say y'all are very unlucky. And then for me, it's what I always tell Melissa when we talk about this kind of thing. I'm like, we know how much work we put into everything that we do. Like from which people can see, I would say that the required work to get to what people can see, I would probably say it's like 5x, maybe 5 to 10x what we can show on here. I would probably say that. So there's a lot of stuff that we don't get to post. I try and talk about it every week, but things I forget, like I said, stuff is happening so frequently. I remember when I was younger, right? Me and my friend, we used to like, this when we were kind of improving ourselves. We used to ask people like, hey, what you been up to today, right? And they would be like, nothing. And I was like, damn, that's crazy, right? So then we might follow up in like 3 weeks, like, yo, how your last 3 weeks? What you did? They'd be like, nothing. And we'd be like, yo, we done had to deal with hiring people from India to work on our food delivery site. We done had our clothes that we were getting screen printed and had to go and drive to the screen printer's house to pick up the clothes to get into a store. We would then go to work after that and ride around in the city, going to different art museums, and we would just kind of be like, how is it that after a month or so you can ask somebody what they did that month and they don't really have nothing to say? They just didn't do anything. And that, to me, that was just it was a crazy thing. So I bring that up because we can only show so much that we do. And I want to get it to a point where we can show a lot more. It's just that the amount of, I would say, it's bottlenecked. The amount of creativity that we have, we can't get it out by ourselves. We're going to need a team. Like we literally can't make the amount of content we want to make by ourselves. It's not enough time in the day to create the content, and then also to actually live our life, and then also to make the video. So, and market it or push it out and put on this platform and write this caption and get this, the SEO for this correct. Managing Facebook, you got to manage Instagram, you got to manage Twitter, you got to manage TikTok, you got to do YouTube, you got Reels, Shorts. It's so much different platforms to do for two people with the amount of content we want to do. And here's our thing too, right? We always talked about our life being great and then recording it, as opposed to making content that appears that we're doing great when we're not. And that would probably get way more views. Like if we only came on here and talked about when the candles did well, when we got our first booking, when we bought the house, when it was, updated. That would get us way more views because people would be like, oh, okay, y'all look really killing it out here. But as y'all know from being Project Family, it don't work like that. So that's just something that I think, if we can get this house secured, then I think we could really start seeing, the next level. Shout out to Lily Thompson. I'm on your ass. She don't know it, but I am. Bro, you know how many subscribers she has on YouTube now? She has 133,000.
I feel like that's not a lot.
Think that's not a lot?
Yeah. I feel like, didn't she hit 100 a while ago?
She hit 100 like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Right? And here's what's crazy about that.
She was already at 100.
Nah, she just hit 100. I'm gonna look it up in a second. Jerry is at 310, I think. I think she's gonna pass Jerry, which is crazy. Like I honestly think that Lily will be. I don't really know of all the other I would maybe say wholesale, maybe real estate people, but I feel like she's gonna be bigger than all of them.
I think she works the social media.
Yeah, because that's the other thing too. They're all old, so they they have money, so they do make that content or whatever. But Pace, Jamil, Jerry, I gotta check. Who?
Jamil.
Oh, I think he's great at creating content, but I think he has gotten the game later than she did. He got in almost 2 years after she did. If not more than that. He just started making his YouTube channel maybe last year. So I'm I think he does the best. I do agree that he had his content is very good. I forgot about Max Maxwell. I'm gonna see what his
his wife has a following. Max Maxwell, especially on TikTok.
But here's the thing: on Instagram, he only has 300,000 subscribers. I mean, on YouTube. His wife. What about his wife? On Instagram or Facebook or YouTube?
Well, TikTok for sure.
Oh, I don't count TikTok. I'm talking about so he has 300K on YouTube. Lily has 133K. She will probably hit 200K by the end of the year. If she will, I can't see her not hitting 200K by the end of this year. So that's why I'm listen, she killing it. But I still think my content better than hers. But we're gonna let that ride until we have 100K subscribers, and then we're gonna be on her ass. So I guess update with the house in Philadelphia. So I had a suggestion from a family member who said I should put these vacant security gates on the house, and I did it. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm hesitating to get this out. These people put these security gates on the door. I'll put a picture up of what they did. And after they put it up, the contractor was telling me that it would be very difficult for him to continue the work he was doing because of how obnoxiously they put on these security gates. So he also was saying that they damaged the window frame for the security gate for the window. And I'm just bro, even when I try, I'm you know what? Let me try and do the security route. I want to make sure nothing bad happens. Something bad happens. And I'll be this should have been a simple process. Somebody comes in, secures the house, because if I don't know, we already had a break into the house a couple months ago. Someone came and stole the water heater out the basement. So we're okay, we want to protect the house because my contractor said I don't want to put any more valuable things in the house if somebody can just come and steal them. So because of that, the heater's not in there, the AC unit is not in there, or I guess the HVAC system. I'm not really sure how that works, to be honest. I don't know if it's 2 systems or 1 system. I just know it's an HVAC, which is heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Ooh, maybe it's all 1 system then. That's cool. Okay. But I'm thinking I'm doing this and it's going to protect the house. They damaged stuff in the house, and now it kind of delayed us it delayed us until I had to call them and say, hey, you got to come back out to take those off and put the regular doors back on, and I want a refund. So they gave me the refund for that, but I also want to be compensated if the damage to the windows is permanent. So that's something that I'm gonna have to keep looking into. I do think that those doors would be good if the house was completely vacant, we just bought it. But because we're almost done with the property and the project, I think they're just obnoxious. They're in the way. You can't really get stuff done. So that's like I said, that's how we are with that. Now, more of a life update. We have there's two more things. Y'all know that this wholesale deal, right? I'm not even sure where to start with this. So I have a lawyer. We got a lawyer, right? As a referral from a family member because of what happened in Philadelphia. I figured, you know what? Maybe we should have a lawyer on our side to help us in situations like this because we don't want to get screwed over again. Now, for somebody who does not have money, hiring a lawyer always seemed like an expense that I don't want to take. Like I'm always like, if I don't have the money to pay for a lawyer, I'll figure something else out. I could read a contract myself. I don't want to get a lawyer. But I do think after what happened in Philly with the Airbnb, I think that having a lawyer could be beneficial. And what he's charging is not very much for us, I guess now. He's charging us $1,600. He would do $800 for drafting up the contract. It's a subject to deal or seller financing deal, excuse me. And then be another $800 at closing, which is fine. Because I feel like with the money we're making from either candles or, finessing the hard money loan, we could pay that money off. I know that sounds crazy when I say it, but listen, we got to come with the money from somewhere. And if we get to close this deal, I could make a good amount of money. Now, shout out to Melissa in Jersey. So we were talking the other day. And now I want to make $30K on the deal. I thought I could probably do 25, but I wanted to do 30. She's like, probably not gonna do 30. Like that's high. And she's been killing it. Like we're gonna have her on the podcast one of these days because I think it's crazy that I say this all the time. That when she first started watching us or found us on YouTube, she had not done a deal. Like she did not do a deal at all. And from then to now, not really because of our channel, just her learning, she has done, I don't even know, maybe 10, 12 deals now, maybe something like that. She told me she just had to close. She just closed one like this week or something like that. So she's really killing it. Like she's phenomenal. But I want to bring her on the podcast. And we also said that, she actually come to Philly with us to see the house. So we're going to bring her out there, or we're all going to go out there and see the house when it's finally completed. Because we think we really fucking it up. She's looking real smooth, But I was talking to her and she was saying that I should probably start off with like 15 and try to assign it for 15. Can you even assign? I guess you can assign it, but I should probably assign it and not sell it on a wrap. But I remember Pace saying you're gonna need a lot of what is that shit called? You need a lot of I almost had it. Description. You need a lot of disclosures. That's what it was. There are more disclosures when you're assigning a seller financing deal or subject to deal, I believe, than if you were to just do a regular wholesale deal. So I would assign it for like 15K. And honestly, 15K right now would be phenomenal. That would be amazing for us to do. So, if they come down to even 7, I could do 7. 7 is cool too. I'm not mad at 7K either. So if you want to do 5, I might even do 5. Listen. Listen, because I want to get out of it. Like I want to get from start to finish, and I know I'm going to do more, but I just want to get one of them done and be able to go, okay, this is what was finished. We started, we did it. Okay. And like I said, I know I'll make more money going forward, but if I could get 5, 10, if I can get something, because we need it for the house and our own current situation. So I'm not really pressed to get 30K if I have to finesse it. But here's the thing, right? So I posted the deal on the Pace Morby group. I've been getting a lot of different reactions from people. Honestly, I don't know. I can't really tell. People that it's hard. If I tell somebody about the deal, right? Initially they go, oh my God, that don't sound like a good deal, right? But then I start breaking it down and they're like, well, I could see how that could be a good deal, right? So that's happened like 3 or 4 times when I tell somebody in person about the deal. I put it on a Facebook group. people are like, that's a good deal. That's a good deal. I would take that. And I'm like, huh. And I'm like, listen, for me, if I had the money, I'll keep it myself. So I think that, I was going to get to this. So I put it on a Facebook group, and somebody had said, like, yo, if you're trying to sign that, here's my email. I was like, here's your email. I was like, this is pretty good. This is good. I like this. So I was on the phone with Melissa at the time from Jersey, and she was saying, what's the guy's name? I gave her the name. She's like, oh yeah, he's a big buyer. I'm like, well, he wants the deal. So I'm like, all right, could I possibly assign this to him? That would be phenomenal. He wants some more information about it. He was asking me like if he wanted to see proof of the expenses, on a monthly basis. He wanted to see something else. I forgot he wanted to see some other stuff, but we haven't talked about a price that I would sign to him for. So we kind of just like, we just here. I guess I don't know. We gonna keep our optimism down. We gonna just be regular, see what happens. We don't know. I'm excited, but I'm not excited. So that's kind of update with that deal. The contract should be sent out between today and tomorrow. So I guess by next podcast, y'all will know a lot more than what y'all know today, because I think that once I send it to him, he's either gonna say no, he doesn't want to do it, because I did add some terms in there. One of the things I added in the contract was that if the house does not appraise for 70% on the what is that called, on a balloon payment date, that I could extend it for 3 more years. I think that's what it says in the contract. So that's kind of crazy, but we gonna see what happens. So that's that. And then the last life update would be the candles. So y'all know I'm trying to get these candles to be the next Fenty. That's my goal. I want Ember to be Fenty. I think it, honestly, like I said, I think it's a better name, but that's just me, and the way, like, even the way you spell out Fenty compared to how Ember is written out, it's a better looking logo. That's just my opinion. Now, shout out to you at the Grand Room Market. He's in Brooklyn, and he was saying that he would carry the candles. So we saw him last week. He said he's gonna buy a few of them wholesale price. Shout out to him. That means money up front for us. That's great, and we could use that to make some more candles. We still have to go this week to go to two other stores, right? Was it 2? What's the other one?
It was just one. We have to go to.
It was one. I feel like it was some. The one the Maya has said that he knows somebody that has another store. Yeah, I gotta talk to him about that. So we hopefully, if everything goes well, the candles could be in 4, 3, 1. Honestly, they might mess around and be in both of the Maya stores, depending on, because he might open it up by then. By next week, because he just showed me, he said he's having a soft launch. So I'm like, I don't know what the date is. They're gonna open it up.
Interesting.
Soft opening soon. Yeah, I don't know when that is. I thought they added new lights. It looks a little bit different. So like I said, you're gonna put it over there. It would be great if we could have it in 3 stores by next week. That would be amazing. And then we have a craft fair coming up this weekend.
Yes.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be this weekend. So we'll let y'all know if we make any money from that. We here. We trying to get to it. Like I said, y'all gonna see the bamboo tree finally sprout out the ground. That's what I'm about to see. But that's pretty much it for life update. I can't really think of much else that happened last week. I know I'm probably forgetting something, and I'll remember it at some point, but I don't remember it right now. So episode playback. Oh yeah, I guess before I get to episode playback, 2 things. I did talk to a designer for the kitchen in the house. So we have all the cabinets picked out. I put a picture of that too. We have the kitchen is pretty much done. The price is a little bit higher than I expected it to be. So, we're going to have to look into that. But, that's where we at right now. Now, we have finally, for all of the anime watchers out there, we have finished One Piece. It is a phenomenal show. It is God tier level show. I really, really enjoy it. I'm happy that we caught up. It was 1,012 episodes we had to watch, and I'm happy I caught up because it allows me the freedom to not have to think about watching it during the day. So it allows me to kind of be a little bit more motivated. 'Cause I'm like, damn, there's nothing to watch. There's no One Piece. It's done. You know, I gotta wait till Sunday to watch it. So that kind of helps. But yeah, so that's shout out to that. Anything you want to say about One Piece?
I think that One Piece, I wish that there were more animes that were allowed to be that long, because I feel like if you don't get to the 1,000 episode range, there's nothing that, like, you can't really build out the story the way that you want to. So I just love the world that they created, and it's funny that we're 1,000 episodes in and it feels like I still don't know what's going on.
Right, there's so much happening. They haven't even fought Kaido.
So I'm just,
spoiler alert, they're gonna fight Kaido.
I don't know if that's true. But I think that, yeah, it just makes me really happy that we finished it. Right now we're watching Jujutsu Kaisen that we're probably going to finish in a week, less than that.
Right.
It's like 24 episodes. It's child's play.
It really is. It took us months to watch One Piece.
Months? Years. I think we were watching One Piece for 2 years.
No way.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no way.
Fine.
I don't even think we were watching it. We were in Philadelphia.
This is because I was watching Naruto. That's why.
Right, exactly. So I don't think we've probably been watching it for like 6 months, if even that long.
Really? The next long anime that I might watch is Bleach, just because.
How long is that?
It was like 9-10 seasons.
Yeah, I'm like she said, I don't think anybody could compete once you have that many episodes. So all the God tier episodes, all the God tier anime have thousands of episodes. Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Bleach is one I never really watched it that much. You got One Piece, and I know there's some other ones. That are like, I don't even know. I don't know what they are.
Right. And I'm just gonna say this, and I don't care for anybody's opinion. One Piece is better than Naruto.
So why would you say it?
Huh?
Why would you say it then?
Because it's like,
see, that you can't do that. That's corny. You can't do that.
How?
You can't. You gotta stand on your word. You can't say I don't care about nobody's opinion. You can't. Then why are you giving your opinion in?
Fine. What I meant to say is no one will change my mind.
You don't know that's true either.
It is true.
Or you could just say, I think Naruto is not as good as One Piece. You could just say that.
No. One Piece is the best anime.
That's what I just said.
Naruto.
That's what, sure. Right. So, why your eyes closed? You could just why your eyes closed? You could just say that. You could just say that. Why you gotta? Because I'm like you acting because you act. You not if you're not gonna be strong on what you're saying, then it's like what you saying it for. You're not. You like I think that. Don't talk to me about it, but I think.
No. Without a doubt, and I have the anecdotes for it. One Piece is 100% better than Naruto.
Okay. That's fine. You have an opinion. It's cool. Nobody's they're gonna try and attack you for it for sure. But if you're gonna say it, you better be able to defend. But then you can't. Then don't talk. Then if you don't want nobody to disagree with you, you shouldn't talk.
No, I didn't say that they can't disagree.
They're gonna come for you. They're gonna say you wrong. You don't know about Naruto. You never watched enough anime. They're gonna say you don't know about anime. They're gonna be on your ass. That's what it is.
I'm ready. I'm gonna be. Just know I'm gonna be in the comments.
Right.
I'm not gonna be dominant that time.
Right. I mean, I'm gonna be in there refuting her. So you're gonna see one comment that say One Piece is the best. I'm gonna be like, no, it's not. Naruto is better, but it can both be from us. So it's gonna be right. Exactly. I'm gonna have to put asterisk Donovan there. So like I said, so that is where we are with that. If you have any anime that y'all really like, let me know which one it is, because I think anime is great. Honestly, here's what I think. Every man should watch anime. I gotta ask you, are you really a man if you don't watch anime? It's a real question. Ask yourself. You don't watch no anime. You don't watch Dragon Ball Z. You said what?
Why just men?
So you think watch anime? So you want a woman to be a man?
Am I a man?
What are you talking about? I'm saying it don't make you. I'm saying you can't be a man if you don't watch anime.
Oh.
So I'm like, if you want to be a man, I mean that's what you want to do. That nothing to do with that.
Why women like? I'm trying to figure out why you're not suggesting it to women. Why are you saying that to men?
Because honestly, I mean, I don't know what women get from anime. What you
mean?
What you get from anime as a woman?
What do you get from anime as a man?
Manliness.
Alright, so you just capping. Okay.
I mean, what you mean? It's mad manliness.
Like what?
All of the shows, every main character is manly. On a strong resolve level. That's what real manliness is. And it's fighting. I mean, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. You gotta decide which anime it is too.
No.
Because Attack on Titans is not another anime.
What you mean?
Like, you can't compare Attack on Titan to Food Wars. Like, so if I say
first of all, why this is my problem with you. It's my issue with you. Why is Food Wars? I watch every single anime that you have watched for the most part, plus more. So why would you say Food Wars out of all the anime?
Listen, you could do that. What's that?
That's a feminine one.
No, it's not even that part of feminine. Even the other one too. High School Basketball Club. Yes, exactly.
Okay, and
I wouldn't say to a man you have to watch Food Wars and what is the
Kuroko?
Which one?
Basket.
No, not that one. The one with the high school fan club.
Oron?
Yes, that one.
Host Club?
That's what it's called?
Yes.
I don't know if I would recommend, because I'm like, as a dude, I don't know if he wants to see like.
But there's so many animes out there. Like there's Assassination Classroom. There's Sword Art Online. Like there's just so many that I don't know why you would just attribute it to one gender gotta watch it to be a man.
Because here's my thing. I don't know, because okay, the anime that I'm talking about, men have to watch it. Because okay, here we go. I don't know why as a woman, why would a woman want to watch?
What? I don't understand. That's such a ridiculous question.
Dragon Ball Z.
That's such a ridiculous question. Well, Dragon Ball Z, it came out when I was really young, so of course I know of it, but I've never watched it personally. It never interested me to watch. I might watch it just cause.
And honestly, if you're being honest, you didn't watch Attack on Titans. You was like, I don't want to watch that show because it's so bloody.
Yes, I didn't like blood and gore. That's not all anime. All anime is not blood and gore.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm talking to the men out there. Like, you have to, as a man, watch anime.
That does not mean that I wasn't watching anime though.
But no, what are you talking about? I'm confused.
Because you're saying that anime is what, blood and gore?
No, I'm saying that as a man, you need to watch anime.
So, okay, that means that you need to watch Oron High School Host Club.
I didn't say that. That's not what I said. Nah.
And you need to watch Food Wars.
Nah. See, that's why you got nah. I could tell you wants to watch. Okay, you can watch Baki. You like Baki?
I don't think I watched that one.
I know, because it's manly. That's why. You got Baki. You got One Piece. You got Naruto. You got Dragon Ball Z. You got Attack on Titans. You got. I'll give you Demon Slayer.
Right.
You got.
We
don't know yet. That one's. We don't know. We got Seven Deadly Sins. You got Hunter x Hunter. You got. I'll bring that one down because I'm gonna say the other one first. My Hero Academia. Right. You got those, and I'm like, these are the ones that I feel like every man should watch these. Okay. That's what I'm saying to my peoples.
Listen, if females go watch an anime as well.
Cause I'm like, that's the thing. Would I recommend a girl to watch those shows?
Why not?
I don't know if I would recommend her to watch. I might be like, yo, you ever heard of Food Wars? You ever watch that one? You like that one?
See?
you like Food Wars?
Why not?
I don't necessarily. It's funny too. I'm saying this because I was reading in The Human Laws of Nature by Robert Greene, my book I'm reading right now, that they were talking about the stereotypes between men and women, and how actually when men are born, they're actually very empathetic and I guess more emotional, and then women are the opposite, and women are more what you would quote unquote call masculine. They're very, I guess, opinionated. They're very strong-willed, they said, as children. But then they get socialized to kind of flip. So I think that's funny that's actually the case that happens. But yeah.
Yes, and they even say that females mature faster than guys, even from a young age.
Yes.
They learn to talk faster. They learn how to pee and all that stuff properly faster.
I'm gonna say properly, but I guess.
Yes, properly, because y'all keep peeing on yourselves.
I guess, or whatever.
But my thing is that the lessons and the truths that you get from the anime applies to more than just your gender.
But this is my thing. There's two things. I don't necessarily think that I don't know if I would recommend it to women. That's my whole thing. Like the anime I'm talking about, I don't necessarily, because you watch anime, I'll recommend it to you. I would recommend what I'm talking about to men that don't watch anime. I don't think I would go to Neffy or Jasmine and be like, hey, y'all should watch this anime.
Why?
Because I don't think they're gonna like it.
What do you think they would like?
I don't know, but not that. I don't think they would like Food Wars, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think they would like anime. Like, I don't think they were like anime. Like, would you tell Ariel to watch anime? About Ebony.
It's funny because they both kind of are familiar with it.
Familiar, or do they watch anime?
So Ariel's sister was heavily into anime.
Mm-hmm. But not Ariel.
Not Ariel.
So there's a lot of girls that I feel like don't watch anime. That's why I'm like,
guys that don't watch anime.
I don't really know if that's true.
I mean, it don't appeal to them, and I feel like
every guy I know watch anime, but that's because I like anime. I don't know about Tori. I gotta ask him or Namaya.
Then can I say that?
Say what?
Can I say that every girl that I know watches anime?
No, you cannot. You absolutely cannot.
Let me think about the girls that I know. Honestly, Brit watch anime.
Yes. You think is it Dale or Dane? Which one? Who's it? Sasha?
Oh, Diane. So yeah, Diane and Dane were the ones that put me onto anime.
Right. But does Dane? Which one is Dane? Has the daughter, right?
Yes.
What's his wife's girlfriend's name? Are they married?
Sasha.
Are they married? Does Sasha watch anime?
I feel like she does.
I feel like she does not. I feel like she doesn't.
I feel like she does. I feel like Sasha does.
But because of him, like does she want to watch anime?
They've known each other since high school, so it's kind of like
she's like, well, she's like, well, you watch it, so I watch it sometimes. But like,
I don't know if Sasha goes out her way to watch it.
Like Brittany.
I feel like Brittany watches anime.
Well, what about her sister, Courtney?
Courtney
probably does not.
Definitely has dabbled in the anime.
Name how many men can you name that don't watch anime?
How many men?
Yeah. Jaleel watch anime? Does Jaleel watch anime?
Yeah.
Does Christian watch anime?
I don't know about that one.
He probably does. He played basketball.
I don't know about that one.
What about Namdi?
That's a loaded question. Like I feel like
I don't know. I'm naming guys. I know what you mean. I'm just naming people. I'm just naming people.
Just listen. We went to Thanksgiving at your family's house, and
there was one girl.
Right, and she watched anime.
Yes, but how many guys? You can't name me the guys that don't watch anime. That's all I'm saying.
Anime. I mean, see, that's not. My brothers watch anime because of me, so it's kind of like.
That's what you think. They were already gonna watch it regardless. So.
I feel like it's an unfair question.
This is my whole thing. I feel like.
You're not gonna say it and then you're not gonna say it and tell me that girls don't be watching anime.
I didn't say they don't. I just said that on average, I don't think that anime appeals to.
Why would you think that? That's like saying
because
that power appeals to people, or like.
No, it's not the same. Because do you know why I said that? Because I just asked you to name me guys that don't watch anime. You couldn't name me none, and then you named me a bunch of girls that's like, well, no. She don't watch it.
I'm saying I don't know for certain if they watch it. My cousin in Florida, she watches anime.
Which one? Both of them?
What you mean both of them?
Which one? Every time you name me one is when I don't watch it.
What does that mean?
So every time I can name you guy after guy after guy after guy after guy in my life and your life.
If her younger siblings watch it.
Exactly.
For a fact that she watch. I'm naming you people that watch it. Though how you gonna negate that?
Because with every person that you can name me, this one you think you name that doesn't. Can you name me men that don't watch anime?
That don't watch anime, Tor.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say it.
I'm gonna ask him. And he'll be like, he probably watches anime too. Honestly, I don't know if he watches it now. He might have watched it before. I told him to watch anime. I don't, but he might be one. And I said Tori and the Mice, who I think.
And
those are two that I think.
And it's you asking me that is not fair because I watch anime, so I have friends that watch anime. So it's kind
that should be even more.
What you mean?
So you should be able to name no.
Right, because I know people that watch anime.
But here's the thing: you also know more women that don't watch it than guys that do watch it.
All the women, like you ask, because I don't know how many of them would watch anime in their spare time on their own fruition. Like this is
not a lot. Not a lot.
Right, but I feel like I watch enough anime for everybody.
I guess whatever that means. Like I said,
I think that anime would appeal to women more too if they
like, what kind of anime would a woman want to watch? I mean, I guess different kinds, right?
Right, because I'm like, I watch all the. Why do you think I watch the anime that I watch?
Why do you watch anime that you watch, Melissa?
Well, I'm asking you that question.
Why are you asking me why you watch it? Wait,
yes. What do you think?
I think you watch anime because, well, you want me to say it on the podcast? Okay, so I think you watch anime to get aroused from the anime. I think you watch anime.
So I watch what animes to get aroused?
Food Wars.
That is. I've never even finished Food Wars. Why is that the only? Out of all the animes I want to watch, that's the only one that you.
I think you like lifestyle animes. That like life.
I like watching animes.
Yes.
It doesn't really. It don't behoove me to what it's about.
What's a bad anime for you?
A bad anime?
Yes, that you don't like.
A bad anime that I don't like, maybe Sailor Moon.
That shit was trash. But
I'm not saying that it's trash.
I said it was trash.
Watch it, and I have to put more effort into watching it. I can't say that if it's bad or not, but it doesn't draw me in watching it.
Seems like trash to me.
Sword Art Online is a bad anime.
Really? You don't like that one?
I don't. Not really. And I watched the first two.
I thought you liked Sword Art Online.
No, not really. I think that the drawing is nice. I think that the storyline is meh.
Okay, so we have requested. Oh, before we get to this episode playback, so I realized that last week I did not have a lot of energy in the intro, and I was speaking very fast. I think something I've been doing lately, I write it down as one of my goals for the day is to get motivation, because I need something every day that makes me feel like I want to take over the world. And I heard a quote, I think from Eric Thomas a long time ago, probably when I was like 13, and he said that motivation is like a shower. It's something that you need every day. And I feel like there's a lot of things like that where people learn, or me specifically, I'll learn it and then I go, okay, because I know it, I've internalized it. But knowing it and applying it, two different things. So that's kind of what I've been doing, trying to apply that. So now I make a conscious effort to try and find something that makes me feel like, okay, get to it. I try to find something that makes me feel like, damn, you're not doing enough, or, something that inspires me, something like that. So that's kind of something I've been updating my life with. The storytelling last week, I feel like wasn't very good. I kept stopping in the middle of telling a story and trying to correct myself. I think too much self-correcting in any story makes this story wane, and I think it takes away from what you're talking about, which is something I have talked about on a podcast before. But again, it's something that just because I know it doesn't mean that I've internalized it, because I'm not applying it. And I could have been tired. I don't know. I just know, like I said, it was bad execution last week. I think, and it was a lot of stuff that happened last week. I was just probably very tired. So that was episode playback, what kind of happened from last week. Now, we have a requested topic. She wants us to talk about the roles, tasks, responsibilities, and things to avoid in relationships. Quote, I definitely think the comparison aspect was spot on as to eroding relationships from the inside. So a new quote I talked about last week is from Alex Hormozy, maybe. The quote, paraphrasing, is, relationships are a dichotomy to be managed. I think there is no right, there's no wrong. There's just managing two personalities until you guys both die. I think that as we grow, we like different things, and it's something that we have to manage. I also think that it's very important to know your non-negotiables, and those are things that obviously you will not negotiate on. I think once you know those, everything else you can kind of have a conversation about. So that's kind of one way to look at it. I also think that the man, I know how much you're going to hate me saying this, the man should be leading. That is my opinion. And it's a funny thing, because the book that I'm reading now, like I said earlier, is that women more or less had the masculine energy as a child. Now, that's what the book says. I don't really know. But what I do know, regardless of that, is that I have never in my entire life, I cannot think of one woman, I'm thinking real hard right now too, that would be in a relationship and says, I don't want my man to lead, I want to lead. I don't know of anybody like that. Do you know of anybody that you can think of that kind of likes that or wants that?
Not necessarily, no.
And I can't, it's hard for me to think that. Now, I don't know if that's socialization. I don't think it is. I think it's innate. I think women, if you gave them a choice, would you want to be in charge of the entire relationship, or would you want the woman to be, or you want the man to be in charge? I think you're going to, majority of the time, if not, 99% of the time, you're going to have the woman say, I want my guy to lead. I think the majority of the time you're going to have the guy say, I would rather lead than have my woman lead. And that's just the very general way of looking at it. So if that's how everybody feels generally, I think that should be the basis of where we start at. It's like, okay, guy's gonna lead, woman's gonna follow, and she's gonna support him. That's just kind of the basis of it. And then that is where I think you start to have the differences in relationships. So once you establish who's leading, which would be the guy, and who's supporting, which would be the woman, you have to now figure out how does that fit into what you guys do in your relationship. So everybody, that's where the creative side, or that's where the specifics come into play, the nuance comes into play. So
what does that look like to you
in terms of what?
Leading.
Doing. I think it's just doing. And I think the problem comes in with leading, and correct me if you feel like this is inaccurate, is when somebody is not following. Because I feel like that's when you start to have the confrontation of somebody leading, is when the person that they are leading doesn't follow. You made a face, so I'm guessing you don't agree with that statement.
Because it kind of comes into why they aren't following.
Sure, I guess, but like, what would be a reason not to, like? What's the reason that you?
It depends. Like, what's the yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that's where the problem comes in. And once the guy goes, okay, I'm leading. Okay, this is our.
So I was asking you this question to give you an opportunity to make it not look as bad. And then you just
make it not look as bad. Listen, I don't know why you do that for me. I don't need that. If I'm gonna make it look bad, I'm gonna make it look bad.
No.
What's that? How that song go? If I'm a die, I'm make it look sexy. Is that what he said?
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm like, yeah. What? How, okay, I'm assuming that you say you feel like I said something that looked bad. What did I say that made it look bad?
I was trying to give you the opportunity or the space to kind of explain it. I said what it looks like. You responded with something else.
I responded with doing. You just do. That's how you lead, and it only becomes an issue when you're doing and they're like, I'm not doing that.
See, and maybe it's that phrase of question. I more so wanted you to kind of paint. I said what it looks like. So I wanted you to kind of paint an image of an example maybe of what that would look like in a relationship. But I guess going off of what you have brought up, so that's the thing. Because the women, the issue that women have is that now it's like the girl in the book. Am I trapped? Am I now having to do things against my will because you're leading now?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's the issue that women have.
Against your will? I mean.
Yes, because you're leading. Because you're saying in what situation would I not follow? And it's like, if I feel like you're doing something wrong or something against me, because that's always where we're going to go to. Mm-hmm. It's like, that sounds dangerous.
Yes.
Right. So, if something were to happen to me, I can't blame it on you.
Why would you want to blame it on me?
Because I'm following you.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So, but no one is going to understand or sympathize with someone that's like, well, it's his fault because he told me what to do and I did it.
Right.
Right.
That's already the flaw in that's part of the problem.
Okay.
Where is the resolve as a woman who is supporting the man that she's with? So if something goes wrong, your immediate instinct is to go, it's his fault?
No. When I say something goes wrong, I mean for the woman.
Yes.
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 So is it not his fault?
It's not for her to say.
So who's it to say?
It's for him to say. But it's not for her to say. And that's what I'm saying. If you have decided that this person is going to be our decision maker, our leader, we're going with that person. And I say this all the time. And I think this is something that women need to become more comfortable with, is just leaving. Because if you are with him and he makes a mistake and you go, see, this is why I don't do this thing. Okay, I don't want to. That's not somebody. We're not in a. You don't trust me. So now you're blaming me. Because in actuality, you should be able to go, okay, or the woman should be able to go, okay, I trusted you, something bad happened. That's on me. So do I now want to trust you again, or do I want to leave? But to go, it's your fault. Now she's taking away all onus of her, and I feel like that is it's like a sign of weakness. Like when you have when they were mad at what's his name, Drake, for leaving the camp. They feel like that, where it's like you can just flip flop all over the place because you're not sturdy in what you believe in. So if you believe that I trust you and something bad happens, I believe that either you didn't do this on purpose or something else happened. Like you didn't purposefully hurt me in what you did. It was an accident. So I'm not gonna blame you for an accident.
Why are you assuming it's an accident?
I would purposely hurt the girl?
Yeah, sure. It's not impossible.
Why would you blame him?
Because he's purposefully trying to hurt you.
Why would the woman leave?
I wouldn't be in that situation in the first place if I didn't give you the power to
hurt you. That's trust. That's how trust works. And women are very, I don't know if I should just say women, but people are scared to trust people. That's
for good reason.
Not for, but is that really beneficial? Because and that's the thing. Once you decide to trust somebody, you trust them. That's how that works. If you don't trust them, ask yourself, why would I become entangled with somebody that I don't trust? I'm going to get into a relationship, get married, have kids, and live with somebody I don't trust. You going to blame him for that? That's crazy. That would be insane. And if she says, I trust him, then you do trust him. So it's one or the other. You can't say, I don't trust him, but I'm still do this thing, but something bad happens, it's his fault. It's the same thing what they talk about with the frog and the scorpion. It's like, whose fault is it that they drowned? The frog knew. Listen, the scorpion stings people. That's what they do. He actually carried him across the thing. He said, "Yeah, you know that story." He's like, "All right, I got you, bro." Stings, dies, drowns. Whose fault is that? Scorpion gonna blame the frog? Frog gonna blame scorpion? Who would you blame?
The scorpion. Why would you sting him? So that y'all both could drown. The person carrying you.
Why did you carry him? Knowing he gonna sting you. Why? You know that's what they do. Why would you carry him over the water knowing this is what they do? Why
sting who's carrying you?
I'm a scorpion. I sting people.
No. You couldn't sting me on land when we get to the other
side.
Wait to sting?
So you're blaming the scorpion?
Yes.
So who's the scorpion in this situation? The girl or the woman? Or the guy in the relationship?
The guy.
So the guy's a scorpion?
Yes.
He's hurting who?
The person that's carrying him. The person that's supporting him.
So does the frog trust the scorpion?
Yes, the frog trusted the scorpion to not sting him. The scorpion said, I will not sting you. And then he stung him.
Yes.
So it's on the frog for trusting the scorpion?
Yes. Nobody forced the frog, or let's say woman in the situation, nobody's forcing the woman to date the man. She has full autonomy over her body to go, I'm going to move in with you, live with you, and we're going to have sex, we're going to have kids, we're going to live together, all these other things. It's on her. And if she goes into it with the mindset of, well, I know you a cheater, and I know that you beat women, but you're not good to me, right? He's like, no, of course not. He's like, okay. Goes in a relationship, gets beat and cheated on, and people go, damn, that's crazy. Why'd he do that? Yeah, in fact, it's his fault. He gonna say, she knew from Jump Street. That's what I do.
I'm just saying that is why people are apprehensive of the trust.
Listen,
especially if people are displaying untrustworthy behavior. But I 100% agree with you that if you see an untrustworthy behavior, then you should just leave.
Right, and if you stay.
But so how do you discern what?
I think women know, honestly. I mean, I think if you ask a woman right now, would you give your man X? They're gonna be like, nah, I wouldn't do that. Why not? Well, I don't trust him to do with that. Okay. Well, do you think if your man was in a room full of naked women who were trying to give him head, right? Would you trust him to not get his dick sucked?
I don't know. Do I trust you to not get your dick sucked? Anything?
Am I getting jumped? Let me think about it. I'm in a room full of naked girls.
You already told me. No, I can't say it on the podcast.
What about what?
They would know your weakness.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You in the bathroom.
That's hilarious. I'm in a room full of naked girls, and they're trying to suck my dick. That's a tough one. It's a tough one.
What would you do, Dom?
That's tough because that's a tough one.
See, now I gotta leave.
But I mean, here's the thing. But now that you know that, right? Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you know that's how I feel, right? Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I have evidence. So if I ever go in a room full of a bunch of how many women? 20, 30? How many got to be? 10? If I'm in a room with 30 girls and they jump me and take off my clothes and give me a head, what y'all want me to do? Right? Now, if you ask a question, you said what?
You're wrong.
I guess. Either way, like I said, as far as that, I think that even if women disagree with what I'm saying, just try it for 2 weeks. And if you can't do it for 2 weeks, then you are the problem, not him. Like, he don't have to know what you're doing. Just go, you know what? My man's going to lead. I'm going to trust him. That's what we're going to do. And see if you can do it. If you can't do it, that's a you problem. He is not the problem at that point. He is doing what he's doing. You are now letting him lead. That's it. So that's what I would say as far as that. Now, as far as, she said what? Task and responsibilities. So let me ask you this question, because I've seen this on Twitter recently. How do you feel about women taking out the garbage?
Excuse me. I feel like because of how we live, like the fact that we have a trash chute and down a hallway in our apartment is different than if I had to go outside. Down the driveway,
the long driveway,
right.
In the dark with the.
I feel like that's different.
I can see that.
I'm a bit biased because I don't really care about taking the trash out because I don't have to go outside and do it.
Because I seen this person tweeted, just, I would never, no man should ever have you taking the garbage out.
Yeah, like I said, I think that if it's outside and it's dark out or whatever, either way, yeah, I feel like if it's outside, then that's more of a male's territory. You can take it outside wait before you leave the house or whatever. And I think that's kind of, yeah, that's how I feel. And then also too, because we live in such a small space, we live in a studio.
So
imagine if you living in a house with multiple rooms, probably got a garbage bin in each room, got multiple bathrooms. I feel like it's gonna be a lot more to kind of carry. It's gonna be heavier, all that type of stuff. Where it would just be easier for the guy to do it.
I have a game I think that your friend should play, and I think most relationships should play this game. Oh, this would be interesting. Okay, so what did she ask about? Responsibilities, tasks, and I think she said roles. Yes. So I think the couple, right, should write down all of them. Write down all the tasks you could think of. Each one do it separately. All the roles you could think of, all the responsibilities you could think of, whether that be cleaning, cooking, driving, finances, money, all those things, right? Write them down on a list. List might be like 30 things long, right? Yeah, look at each other's lists. Now go, okay, I don't have that. Then y'all combine the list with what you guys don't have. So now the list might be like 35, 40. Then what they do, they both take the list separately, right? And they write down what they want to do from that list. And then they write down what they want the other person to do from that list. And then they share the list. Right? So I'm thinking on the short term, we'd be like, okay, let's see if we did it with me and you, right? We got money, let's do bathroom, we got cooking, we got food shopping, we got okay, you know what? I'm gonna play a game right now. We're gonna do it. All right. Come up with 5 things.
5?
Between 5 and 10. Come on. How many you got? 10. Damn.
You going first, by the way.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna show you how it goes. The game's gonna play like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Sit down.
7, 8. What's another one I could think of? I guess I'll put that one on here. And then I need one more. Okay. So now here's what we're gonna do. So now, I'm going to. You say you have 10. All right. Tell me 10 that you have.
No.
What do you mean no? That's not how the game goes.
Go first.
But this is not okay. Here's how the game is played. Once we both made a list, we have to combine the list, and then that's when we choose, so on and so forth. So I have my 10. All right. So what is your? I want to match up what we have.
Okay.
All right.
Laundry.
Okay. Hold on. I got that. Okay.
Clean the bathroom.
Okay. I got that.
Clean the kitchen.
I got that.
Trash.
Okay.
Groceries.
Okay.
Litter box.
Uh-huh.
Bathe the cats.
Bathe. Okay. Hold on. Bathe. Cats. Okay.
Cooking.
Uh-huh.
Clean the living space.
Okay. I'll just say clean living space. Okay.
Putting gas in the car.
I got that one. Oh, that's all. That's all 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have the one that I have that you don't have is money and returning packages, and that's it. Everything else we have is the same. Those are the only 2 that I have. Okay. So now here's what you do. You choose the ones that you want to do. Just check them off, or put a asterisk or star next to it. The ones that you want to do. Okay. I can do that one. Can I do that one? I guess I could. Okay.
I ended up choosing 5.
Me too. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was gonna add one more, but I'm like, I'll add because I'm like I don't really care about doing that one. Okay. All right. So, what did you write down? The ones I added on mine to yours?
No, it was money and
returning packages.
Yeah, I don't feel like doing those.
Okay. So, all right. So you want me to tell you which ones I would do?
I can go first if you want.
Okay. So which ones will you do first that you want to do?
The laundry.
Okay. Hold on. Let me put a M. Uh-huh.
The litter box.
Uh-huh.
Because, if you do it, I might die.
Uh-huh.
Bathe the cats.
Uh-huh.
Cooking.
Uh-huh.
And the groceries. I don't want to do nothing else. I don't want to clean up and...
Okay. So, right? So mine are, I have money. Mm-hmm. I have litter box also. I have laundry also. I have the garbage. I have gas. And clean living spaces. Right? Right? So here's what's left. All right. So what's left is
the kitchen.
Do I have kitchen on mine? I don't.
Oh, okay.
So we got the bathroom is left. We got the kitchen is left. Returning packages is left. We got okay, right? Mm-hmm. So now here's the fun part, right? This is where I think everybody would enjoy this. So everything that's a D, I'll be in charge of, right? That you're not on. Everything that's an M, that's on you, right? So that's not my responsibility. That's my task. I have to do with it. If it's not right, it's you. Same thing with me, on my side, right? Now, there's two things that come up: the ones that we both would do, and the ones that we both don't want to do. Right? Uh-huh. Those would be the ones we have to split.
Okay.
Those are the ones that we come up with a schedule. Go, okay. This week is your week. That week is your week. Okay. This week is your week. And that way, right? As a guy, still leading, right? But now you are doing things that either you want to do, and the things that you don't want to do, either I'm already doing them or we're splitting them.
Yeah, that sounds more fair, but I like how things are set up now. So.
Sure. I'm just, for people who are listening, I think it's a way to get to kind of where we are now with that. So that's kind of what I would do.
And yeah, I just a disclaimer. The reason why I said what I said is because.
What said about what?
Because I don't want people to think that I don't want to do it because I don't like the setup.
Oh.
I like that I don't have to do dishes. So
that's not even on here.
This, yeah. Oh yeah, it's not on here. But under this type of system, I would then have to do the dishes, like alternate. Like we would split that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. So,
like I said, I think once, and this is a very short list. I think it'll be a lot longer because I also think what will happen is people will figure out what the other person wants to do or not want to do. So it's like, I think because me and you talk about this all the time, we kind of already know, listen, I don't want to do that shit. I want to do that shit. I want to do that. People who don't do it, they will be like, oh, wait, you telling me you want to clean the bathroom? Be like, yeah, I don't care about cleaning the bathroom. You're like, I've been cleaning shit for the fucking 3 years. Why you ain't say nothing? He's like, well, you told me you wanted to clean it. So I let you clean it. And I think that is where they'll start to be like, okay. And they'll fall into the category that make them feel most comfortable. And once they both don't like, two things will happen. They'll talk about it, right? Okay, you don't like cooking? Me neither. All right. Right, we gotta eat. So, all right, here's what we're gonna do. We know our problem is cooking. How about we both go to the store and get the food that we both know we both like, and that's what we eat.
So my question is, how does like frequency and stuff work?
In terms of what?
Like, let's say that it's your example with the litter box. Let's say that you don't mind doing it. Is your task. If I feel like you're not cleaning the litter box as often as I would prefer, how does that work? Do I say something, or is it just like, because it's your task, so do I say something to you, or do I just go ahead and do it myself? And in this scenario, it's not that you're not doing it, you're just not doing it to how I would like it.
Yeah, I think there'd have to be some kind of constraint. Like, I mean,
I still think that people should try it and see how it goes, and then kind of work with whatever comes with it from then. But I just know me, like, I use that as an example because I really can't stand the smell of the litter box. Right,
but here's the difference with that. Right, this is why this would work, because under this situation, I know you're not cleaning the litter box, so you can say the litter box is not clean. Like, because, okay, right now, I look at you, I'm like, if you think it stink, why don't you clean the litter box? That's how I would think, right? But if you're like, that is not my job. Like, that is literally, you told me you like doing that.
But then if I want you to clean the litter box every day, is that like?
Every day, let me see.
Like I said, it's a preference thing. For that particular thing, I don't think everything on the list is gonna.
But see, this is my.
Or maybe dishes. Dishes is one of the.
But this is what I think would happen. I think that the things that you choose to do, you will have no problem doing them at a greater frequency than the person that's not doing them wants them to be done. So, for example, right? You want to cook.
Yeah.
I don't want to cook. So I would probably cook every 4 days, or buy food in between, right? But because you want to cook, you're like, I'll cook every day. That's not a problem to me. So it's like, if I'm like, you know what? I like clean the bathroom. That means I don't want to see it dirty. So I'm gonna clean it more than you who don't want to clean the bathroom. Because you like, listen, I'll go in there and it should be dirty. I don't care. Because if it bothered you, you would say, this is the thing that I want to do. Because I do not want to go in the bathroom and it's dirty. I don't want to go in there. I don't want to be.
That's funny. That's very true. Because that's why I said litter box. Because like I'm not gonna put that on you. Because to do that because of two things. A, I don't think it's fair to you because you're not the one that has a problem with it. I have a problem with it. And then B, I also don't mind getting rid of it because I'm the one that has a problem with it.
Right. So you'll probably do it twice a day. You're like, nah. And I'll be like, you smell something? I'm like, what you smell? You be like, yeah, I'm cleaning litter box. And I think that's what it will naturally fall into because you chose it. You probably have some type of affinity to doing this thing. Whatever, maybe it's an affinity to you like it, or it's the adverse feeling of it not being done that you hate so much. Because I'm like, listen, I will not eat for a week and I'll eat bread every day and be just fine. That will not work for you. You cannot eat bread every day and the same thing every day and be fine. So you're going to cook more than I would. So that's why you should be cooking. Now, when it comes to like food shopping, I don't want to leave the house to go food shopping. But you probably, I'm assuming you enjoy.
I love leaving the house to go food shopping.
I would
absolutely love it. I've been taking the off highway route. Take an hour to get there just because I like driving. I like chilling. You know, I go to store, stretch my legs, look at what they got. Like I absolutely love grocery shopping.
Right. Let me see what else is on here. I'm surprised you didn't choose money. Is that because it wasn't on the list?
It wasn't on my list, but I don't have an issue with handling the money. But I remember there was a time where I wasn't working and you were working, and it was just kind of like if I wanted to pay for something, I would just ask you. And I don't really mind that.
Yeah, so that's another thing. What else is on here? Let's see. We got bathroom, litter box.
Right now, I'm juggling 15 credit cards at the same time. Got Bishop older than me, and I got Clearna. Like it's a lot.
Right, and that's the thing where it goes back to what you said earlier, where it's like I like being on top of it, so I'm gonna be on top of it more than you because you're like I don't really like I do because I have to.
Right. When money is definitely I do it because I have to.
Yeah.
And it's not like I said, it's not like I can't do it. It's just
right. Exactly. It's like I could do these things. I could go food shopping. I would hate to have to get dressed, go to the car, go walk around this place, get the right food, come home. You'd be like, damn, you didn't get this. I'd be like, you know what? I'm not going no more. Forget it. It's my last time ever going shopping.
Honestly, I think the reason why the food shopping. I think the reason why the food shopping works so well too is because I don't have to bring it upstairs.
Right.
I just like, hey babe, I'm outside. Can you come get the groceries?
And then
upstairs.
I could do that.
You know, you're not carrying it either. It's
right. Put it in a dolly.
Right.
So that's why, like I said, these are things. Now the problem areas would just be the infinity signs, the ones we both don't want to do.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that's like I really don't want to do that shit.
That's why those things don't get done.
Right. Honestly, what could happen? I mean, just curious what you would think about this. Mm-hmm. What if we both clean the bathroom at the same time?
Yeah, I was just thinking that because the thing that I don't like to clean is the toilet and the floor. Mm-hmm. It's mostly the toilet. The bathtub and the shower and the sink, I have no problem cleaning that.
Funny enough, I really don't want to clean the bathtub.
Yeah, I have no problem cleaning that. That's why I like cleaning that.
Yeah. So like I said, I think.
So you fine cleaning the toilet?
It's funny. I'm more used to clean the toilet than I am. Like.
You know what's funny? I cleaned the bathroom yesterday. That's the only thing I did.
I know. I noticed. I know. I'm like, did you even clean it here? I'm like, you even clean this?
You can do that.
But anyway, I guess I think that's funny. So pumping gas, you have to ever worry about that. I just go pump it.
I have to pump gas.
Well, I mean, if you're not with me. But wait, what do you mean? Why you pump gas?
Yeah, because the car be like,
or
do 5 miles, get in the car to cover your load.
I could. I mean, that would be a lot. But I'm like. If I just put gas in the car before you ever go out, you don't have to go to the gas station.
That's true.
So there's different options, but it starts the conversation of how to do this. So I think this would be fun. I might see somebody else try this, but wrap this up. We will be back here next Tuesday. You can find all the behind the scenes content on our social medias. Mine is Donovan Gray, DONIVANGRAY, and my phenomenal, beautiful, amazing girlfriend, Anita Byrne, ANETABURN. All right. You know what it is. Hashtag Bamboo Project 2022 is going to be a movie. And with that being said, Bamboo Project out.